Hello. It's Wednesday again. It's week 3. I don't know about you, but I am not doing as well in week 3 as I did in the first 2. I think that probably is a lot weather related, and not being able to be outside and not letting the boys be outside and run around and be crazy and get out energy. So they're doing that to my house and destroying my house, which has been rough. But I'm trying to focus on controlling the things that I can. So got up this morning and I got my workout in. I had my protein shake that I like to start the day with, and now I'm going to make sure that I'm cooking some healthy food for me and my family. So at least we try our best to stay on the right path. So today I'm going to make one of my favorite things, and it's salmon cakes, fresh salmon cakes. Salmon is probably Hudson's favorite food. Carter, it's probably second to spaghetti, if I had to guess. But this is also a dish that I make for a lot of my food and wine pairings because it's such a great pairing with a really classic wine that I'll introduce you to in a couple minutes. So how do I start? Really simple, easy, and I'm making this now because it's better if it sits for a little while before you try to fry it. It lets the starch bind everything together so that they hold together better. So anytime you're making a patty, even when I made the quinoa burgers the other day, I threw mine in the fridge and I let them sit for a couple hours before I actually cooked them for dinner. And then everything binds together really well and holds better. So I have one fresh salmon fillet, diced up maybe like 1/4 inch dice or so. And I take the skin off that before I do so. On my cutting board, I have to add about a cup of nice fresh dill. You know, a lot of people say dill's not their thing, and that's okay. You can certainly put a different herb in there instead if you just want to do parsley or you want to do cilantro, whatever you're into. Then I have some fresh green onions that we're going to throw in. And of course, another one of my kids' favorite, more feta cheese. I probably have about a full cup in here. And we're going to add a good healthy amount of salt and pepper. And while we're doing that with the salt and pepper, we're also going to salt and pepper my mayonnaise here. So last week, or maybe the week before, I told you about the lemon aioli that we like to use a lot. I'm out. We've used it all up, so I'm going to make another batch. Probably a cup and a half or so of mayonnaise, and this is the zest of 1 lemon already in there. So I'm going to add pepper to that as well. Just a little bit. I like a little chunkier pepper. So I'm going to adjust that. Nice amount of pepper in both things. And we're going to salt it as well. All right. And then we're going to add our binders for our salmon cakes. So I use probably, I'd say close to half a cup, maybe a little hair over, of mayonnaise. And I'm going to mix that all together first here, just to make sure everything looks like it's wet enough and it'll bind well. Ooh, yum. Healthy coating of mayonnaise on everything. And as long as I feel like there's enough, you can see what that looks like. Then I'm going to sprinkle this real quick with cornstarch, and that starch is going to be another part of the binder that holds everything together. I used to use flour when I made this instead, but I've had so many times that my guests are gluten-free that I just stopped doing that altogether. So I just do the cornstarch instead. We have a lot of cornstarch in our house because I did probably 2.5 tablespoons of cornstarch. And I'm going to mix it again. We have a lot of cornstarch in our house because it's what we use to fry everything that we're breading. You know, instead of using breadcrumbs or instead of using flour, we dust everything with cornstarch because we've learned that it makes everything super crispy. So once you have that all mixed up and it's a nice sticky hot mess, we're going to cover it and we're going to put it in the fridge until we're ready to fry these later today. That gives the mayonnaise and the cornstarch a chance to activate all the starches and make everything bind together really well so your patties stay together. With the aioli that we have, there's already salt, pepper, and lemon zest. We are going to juice this lemon real quick, stir that up, and our aioli will be ready. That's what we're going to top the salmon cakes with. And then later I'm going to make a cucumber and avocado salad with some fresh herbs, and that's what we're going to serve them over. That was a really juicy lemon. I might not possibly need I may not need the other half because I don't want the consistency of the aioli to be too runny. So I think just a half of that really juicy lemon is going to be fine to make that really nice aioli. See it? Nice. It's kind of runny, but that'll be good to top them with. And then the wine that I'm also going to throw in the fridge for us to enjoy with dinner tonight is this Louis Latour Ardèche. This is always so hard to get it to focus. If you can see it there. So this is Chardonnay from Burgundy, Southern Burgundy. Really crisp, clean, really subtle oak, not really noticeable at all. And when you have a powerful flavor like salmon, something with high fat content like salmon, you want a wine that has a little bit of creamy texture to it and can stand up to that salmon flavor profile. So whereas I typically like lighter wines, I like to go for Sauvignon Blancs. This is a perfect one that calls for a nice heavy Chardonnay. So I'm going to put that in the fridge along with the salmon, and then we'll fry those up later.